Welcome to the Vibe Show Live, man. It's your boy, Kano the Don, the Vibe King. Listen, had a few technical difficulties. Y'all already know how I go in this entertainment business, man. It gets crazy sometimes. Listen, I have an exclusive guest that I'm super excited about. This is my brother, man. I'm super excited. This has actually been long awaited. So y'all make sure y'all keep it locked in. Don't go nowhere. It's the Vibe Show 97.9. Ooh. Vibe Show Live, we are back. Like I told y'all, we have an exclusive guest joining me on the show tonight. This is my brother. I'm talking about amazing journey, man. I'm super delighted just to have him on the show. This brother here is ultimately talented, wear multiple hats, and I think you guys gonna actually be inspired by this story. I'm talking about celebrity photographer amongst a bunch of other things, the one and only Justin Kase. What's up, my brother?
Same thing. Just getting back from vacation.
Vacation, man. God,
Yeah.
I'm jealous, bro. I'm jealous, man. I need a vacation so bad. I'm not even gonna lie, man.
I need another
How
one.
was
That
it
wasn't
though?
long enough.
How was it? Did you enjoy yourself? You was with the fam?
Yeah, I always enjoy myself.
That's good, man. Hey, that's good.
Yeah.
Man, I gotta thank you though for taking time out of your busy schedule, man, just to come in and chop it up with us, man. So I definitely want to thank you on behalf of me and the Vibe team.
Oh yeah, I appreciate the invite. Thank you.
Man, I don't know if you realize it, man. I've been trying to get you on this show, I know now for 2 years now.
Yeah.
2 years, bro, literally.
That's crazy. It's been that long.
It's been that long, man, and we've been connected that long too,
Yeah.
which I think is absolutely dope, man. And I was just like, you know what? I'm just gonna reach out to him again, man. And
Mm-hmm.
I follow you and definitely support you, a huge supporter, and just watching all of the amazing things that you do. I don't think people realize you're not just a photographer, man. It's like you're doing super amazing thing. You
Thank you.
engulfed in the political world as well. Now, on this journey, which I thought was super amazing, you were a ball boy for the Atlanta Hawks, man. I want to start there. Tell me about that. Tell me about
Yeah.
that experience, man.
Man, that's funny too, because I just got off the phone with Steve Smith.
Wow.
Yeah, we
Tell
was
me
chopping
about
up
that,
about
man.
golf. He was at some golf course today. I'm like, yo, where was you at?
Right,
Man, it's like back home in Vegas playing golf and overlooking everything. I like, yo,
right,
that's where I gotta be right now.
right. Tell me how did that start, man? How did you get that opportunity at such a young age?
Man, I went to a Hawks game and I seen these kids run around on the floor. They out there getting, jerseys, handing them water, Gatorade, out there shooting the ball with them. So I asked one of
Right,
the security, I'm like, hey, what them kids doing? They like, oh, they a ball boy. And I'm like, a ball boy? So then, I figured out the guy's name who was hiring. He'd never pick up the phone. So I
right.
finally just I sent him the same letter every day for like 6 months. And he gonna
What?
finally call me. Yeah, he's gonna call me on the phone talking about, hey, stop sending the same letter. You got the job. Meet us here next Wednesday. What size you wear, what size shoes, this, that. You know what I'm saying? So it's just persistence.
Right, right.
Yeah.
I love that, man. A lot of people would have gave up right there. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Like that's super dope. So from that experience and just being able to be, in such a big atmosphere and
Yeah.
around so much, talk to me about what that experience, like what sparked that, because something sparked something in you just being around that.
It just looked fun.
Right.
I'm like, yo, that's cool job right there. Like standing down there with all the players, and you know, it's just I don't know. It looked like it's a cool experience. So I just I wanted to see what was going on with it.
Right, right.
Yeah,
You definitely seen what was going on with it because I mean, it to me, I feel like just just reading the journey, it definitely sparked something in you.
yeah,
Because you went on from that, and I didn't even know you were in radio for such a long time. Now we gotta talk about that right there.
yeah.
Tell
But
me
I don't
about the
know.
transition.
The transition was, well, I went to college after I got out of high school. I got fired from the Atlanta Hawks because they told me I was hitting on too many cheerleaders, and I was doing high school drama, and we had a play, and I had a couple of cheerleaders come out to the play. It just came
Right,
down. He was jealous because I was out there cool with the cheerleaders.
right, right, right,
Shout
right,
out to Wendy too. You know what I'm saying? But it's just
right,
after that, I went to college, and then when I was working, this is what it was. When I was working for the Hawks, I met like Ryan Cameron. He was working, the floor at the game, doing announcing. So I just kept
right,
bugging him to let me come up to the radio station.
right, right,
And he finally let me up there, so I started going up to the Ryan Cameron Morning Show like on a weekly basis. And I met DJ Doc, I met Empress Cersei, you know what I mean? Met Jazzy
right.
Faye, met Ludacris when he was an intern, went on our show and chill. And I'm like, yo, this cool. So I stood off and went to college. And then I kind of was like, man, the college ain't for me, which is funny
Right.
because I'm back in college right now. I did 2 classes earlier today, you know what I'm saying? But
Right,
back then,
right,
I'm like, man, it's not interesting to me. So then, I moved back to Atlanta because, I'm from Vegas, but I moved back to Atlanta because this is where my mom and dad moved me and my sister. And
right.
I went to broadcasting school. And then after that, I got
Okay.
an internship at V103 and got me a job in South Carolina, and that was it.
Right, right. So the transition from Atlanta to South Carolina doing radio out there, was the
Hmm.
vibes different out there? Did you bring something different to the radio out there?
I brought the Greg Street hypeness out to South Carolina.
Right, 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 right.
I
See
had the
that's
streets on lock, man. Hey, this just a case. Get out the car, start dancing. You know what I'm saying? And they be on the
right,
radio like at red lights. The police department called me at the station, like, yo, stop telling them to get out of the cars and dancing at red lights. And I had this, man. I had the city on lock, y'all.
right. Did
Yeah.
you like that as far as from a broadcasting perspective, did that also open up more opportunities for you when you went out there and brought that energy?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I got to host nightclubs and started doing, live remotes, car lots, gas stations,
Right,
stores, restaurants. You know what I'm saying? So it
right,
let me get out and do like a lot of street events.
right.
And then
Well,
I started hosting mixtapes for that Piff.
come on, man.
Mm-hmm.
What happened to that Piff, man? Did they get steamrolled, man, as everything was evolving? Because that Piff was pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but my homeboy Montana Trip the boss is like, hey, I got the plug. He from New York. He like, I got the plug to that Piff. And so it pretty much is, I wasn't like DJing and mixing. I was just throwing shit together and just screaming, excuse me.
Right,
But I would just screaming and stuff like that, just
right,
talking smack, over the music and playing drops from artists, and everybody out there like, yeah, just in case.
right.
Yeah.
What would you say was the biggest challenge you faced though during your radio career, and how did you overcome it?
Oh man, I wouldn't really say there was the biggest challenge, but like I was like a miniature Howard Stern, so I was getting in trouble for things I said.
Right, right,
Like I could say something I was an FCC violation, but I could ride it on that wave like that. Like be talking with somebody, they were cute, and could they listening to Key Sweat, tell them it's gonna be a nice, nice wet night, You get what
Right,
I'm saying?
right,
And the radio
right,
station would ask me, why are you talking like that to the females? And I'd be like, didn't you look at the weather report? It was raining outside, man.
right, right.
So, you know what I mean? Like little things like that kind of was a challenge because, I was the one in South Carolina who just said whatever I wanted to say.
Right, right,
Like I didn't care. You know what I
right.
mean? Like I would just on that little line. And I always had
And
an
it's crazy.
excuse.
It's crazy you say that too, because it's like now look at the climate that we in now.
Mm-hmm.
You was already ahead of the game already because we was heading towards that unfiltered space anyway. Because
Mm-hmm.
now we just unfiltered now.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah. It is
So
crazy. I agree
now
with you.
from that, let me ask you this now, because along the way you met Zaytoven.
Yeah.
Talk to me about that relationship.
The broadcasting school I went to in Atlanta, Connecticut School of Broadcasting, one of Zaytoven's homeboys called up to the broadcasting school and said, I need the hottest radio personality, you guys got at the school because Zaytoven want to start a radio show. And I
Right.
happened to just get fired from South Carolina and was back in Atlanta for like 2 days. So then,
Wow.
he referred me. We all met up and chopped it up. I put together the radio show. Like in radio, they got the little clock with the different times you got to do commercial and play
Yes.
music. I
Yes.
developed a little clock for us, and we just played all the Zaytoven stuff. And next thing you know, we at the broadcasting school doing shows, ripping and running. We got the Sirius radio too, Hip Hop Nation. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Reggie
Yeah.
Hawkins.
I was gonna ask you about that too. It just seems like it seems like opportunities just kept on happening. When one door closed for you, another opportunity opened up, which I thought was
Mm-hmm.
super, super dope because you never allowed any of it to demotivate you. You know what I
Mm-mm.
mean? So that's super, super dope right there. So now let me ask
And
you
I know
this.
I'm doing something right because I've always had haters. They always
Right.
been hating on me since day one, so I know I'm doing something right. There's not many people that
Absolutely.
could say they quit doing radio, they doing celebrity photography. They quit photography, they news reporting. You know what I'm saying? So like,
Right.
not a lot of people could say that. They get out the game and stay out the game.
Right. So that mentality, like, was that something that you just picked up along the way, from adolescent and going through your throughout your journey, or
Hmm.
would you say that was something that was developed along the way from going through different experiences?
I always kind of had that mentality, but the longer I stayed in the business, the more I kind of developed it. Like just listen to it, just let it slide off my back. Cause it's funny, cause the stuff you hear about yourself be the funniest stuff. Like, keep going. I want to hear the rest
Right,
of this story. This is new to me.
right,
Keep
right,
how did
right,
how did tell me when you was talking to Franco or you talking to Mike, how did you guys start the conversation? What was the first sentence told and the whole story you just told me? You know what I'm saying? So just
right.
cause ain't nobody know the story but us, you know what I mean? And we just sit there
Exactly.
just like
Exactly. Exactly.
yeah.
Man, listen, we're gonna do a commercial. We got to get a commercial and pay some of these bills. We'll be right back with the one and only, just in case. Y'all make sure y'all keep it locked
Yeah.
in.
From the stage, unleash your inner rebel with Rap Star Energy Drink. With the untamed flavour of mixed berry, you'll get the most out of your performance. It's not just fuel, it's a thrill ride for entertainers and everyday warriors alike. Each sip transforms you into an unapologetic boss, ready to conquer life's gritty challenges. Elevate your energy, steal the spotlight, and ignite your wildfire with the audacious taste of mixed berry. Rapstar Energy Drink, where the ordinary bows to the extraordinary, and the edge is the only way to live.
There it is right there, man. I'm talking about
Yeah.
something new, something fresh, the one and only at Rap Star Beverage, man. Y'all make
Go
sure
pick
y'all
up your
go.
Rap Star Energy Drink now. Get the orange
Absolutely.
cream. That's my favorite.
Absolutely, man. Now,
Yeah.
you
Shout
know
out to
what,
Rap
man?
Star.
Shout out to Rap Star for sure, man. They are the new wave. I'm telling you, it's going down. If you haven't had one, listen, make sure you go pick up you one, man. Pick up you a case, man. I'm telling you, it's
Hmm.
really, really the new wave, man.
Yeah. And if you want them in your city, just hit up Rap Star and tell them that Just In Case told you and get out there on the streets, go meet the not the radio station, the gas stations, the stores, the people that work there, and tell me you want to put rap star in there. You know what I mean?
Absolutely, man.
And just
Hey,
say just in case, or you know what I'm saying, my man right here, Kano, you know what I mean?
absolutely, man.
You gotta make sure you
Absolutely.
tell him that too.
It's going down, man. Like I'm telling you, and it's real interesting though. You touched on something too, like as far as
Hmm.
haters. Like, do you feel like in this business, man, that people feel like we can't submerge together to be stronger? Like, I just want to get your take on that. Like, what do you think it is? Because we always face this as you ascending up. It always seems like it's always somebody that's hating.
Yes, always somebody that's hated. I don't understand it either. It's just like, why can't we all unite, and just be like a team? You know what I mean?
Right, right.
Because you'll
Yeah,
see them out there, you'll see people in the industry comment on everybody's stuff, but like one person. And that one
right,
person, like, we all supposed to be a team. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you just be noticing stuff from the outside.
right. Absolutely. I always try to use it as fuel. I always use it as
Hmm.
fuel, and like you just said, it always assures you that you're doing something right. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? Because I mean, people they don't even take the time to even get to know you as a person, or they don't know your backstory, your grind. They don't know anything, and I just think that we just in this weird space right now to where
Hmm.
people feel like it can't be a multiple of us. Everybody
Hmm.
just want to be that one, but we already know, behind every success story, man, it's always an amazing team. You know what I mean?
Hmm. That's
Definitely.
that's how it is though. I know one of my homeboys, man, this years ago. He was talking to somebody. They was like,
Mhm.
"Hey, can you do this for me?" And he was like, "Yo, I'm over here working for them, so get the content from them." And the person he said it to thought he was being rude, so he went
Right.
around to everybody and was just talking. Hey, he was this, he was that. Let's try to knock his name. It's just
Wow.
stupid stuff like that. All because somebody misunderstood, and took it the wrong way.
Exactly. Exactly. And that happens a lot. That happens a lot.
Hmm.
Now, as we're transitioning, after 16 years in radio, dude, that's
Yeah.
that's amazing. 16 years in
Off and
radio.
on. No, I did it off and on. I had to take my little intermissions in between every 5, 6 years.
Right, right. What made you decide to pursue photography full time though?
Man, I don't like to talk about the subject too much, but I got a divorce. I had no idea how to use my camera. I got clean off of cocaine and Adderall. Bought a
Right.
camera off a Zaytoven manager, and
That's a
then
blessing.
my counselor from rehab, Bill. I'm like, how you stay clean? And he was like, you
Mhm.
got to find a hobby. So I learned how to do the camera. So I come back to Atlanta when I left, never came back, filed for divorce. And then
Right.
I asked my homegirl, I'm like, look, I got to get back in the business somehow. I want to do radio. I want to do something. I want to get out there on the red carpet with my camera. And she was like, yo, come out to the red carpet. And it was the movie premiere for Dutch. So I went out there,
Wow.
yeah, Manny Haley premiere, I went out there, uh, Jeremy Meeks, and I can't even think who I was out there, you know what I mean? But I mean, it just kind of
Right.
started from there. Michael Blackston was in the movie, and it was
Right.
fun.
Right.
So just, kind of from there, met a couple people at the red carpet, asked them, hey, let me get your contact. They sent me, different flyers for different red carpets coming up, and just start networking from there. So,
Right, right, right. So, now I think that that's amazing, man. And
hmm.
definitely, you know, with going through a divorce, man, I definitely can relate. Totally. And it's not the easiest thing. And also too, to be able to beat an addiction, man. Shout out to you for that because it's still a lot of people out there that's still struggling and
Hmm.
going
Seven and a
through.
half years clean.
Man, congratulations on that, man.
Thank you, man.
Seriously.
That camera kept me clean.
Right, right. I definitely admire that, man. Like, were there um were there any moments like when you got into it, um that it became like, I'm going to make a full-time career out of this, not just a
Mm-hmm.
hobby?
Yeah,
What
I did.
inspired
Yeah,
what what
I just kind
inspired
of
that?
fell
Was it
into
just
it though. Just fell
right,
into it, you know.
right?
And
But
then my
then I'm
friend,
looking at
my friend Latasha Givens, I forget what news station she went out. They invited me out to the red carpet. She went to broadcasting school with me, so me and her
right,
already was cool and friends, and so she introduced me to the president of the NAACP in Atlanta, Gerald Griggs, and then he started having me come out, and do some stuff on the streets. And I met my girl, Portia. My we call her Queen. So she had me out there marching with her a lot on the streets. And
right.
then I got into the political. They's like, hey, you want to go shoot Stacey Abrams? I'm like, yeah, that'd be cool. You know what I'm saying? And
Oh
I already was
man,
signed with Shutterstock, so my pictures is already getting out there. You know what I mean? Getting out
right.
there and getting the magazines, and they've been on TMZ a few times. And so it's just like, I don't know, I just slid right into it. I'm like, yo, this kind of fun right here. So I just kept with it.
Right. Now for all the inspiring photographers out there, as far as from a profit margin perspective,
Hmm.
can you give them some insight on or some tips on how you can turn that field into profit to be able to make a living off of it?
I mean, if you're in entertainment, it's easy to get in there entertainment, but I mean, there's lots of other avenues, to do photography. Like you could shoot weddings. You could make $10,000 to shoot a wedding. You get what I'm
Right.
saying?
Hmm.
So I mean, it just depends what you want to do. If you want to do entertainment, just hit up these blogs and tell them, hey, you like to come out and do some work with them and learn some things and just kind of work your way in the door.
Right.
So it's not going to be the easiest thing, but if you're persistent, anything can happen.
Right. You ever been on any jobs or assignments that, challenge you creatively or emotionally?
When I get out there with the NAACP and Porsche, it's kind of hard because you hear these stories about, he at McDonald's, he get out the car,
Mhm.
he's scared the police because everything that happened. So what's he do? He turn his back towards them and start running to get away. You know what I mean? And they shoot him
Yeah.
and stuff in the back.
Yeah.
So when you get around the families and they talking about it and pleading for help, and Ben Crump out there, Sharpton come out there, you know what I'm saying? Like it's hard not to kind of get emotional because the stories is sad and it's the same thing over and over and over and over.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So like those moments like that, kind of hard to get through sometimes. You got to hold your emotion together.
Yeah.
When you do like you do Stacey Abrams, like I traveled around with Kamala a little bit, did some pictures for her. I've been with Governor Kemp, governor of Atlanta. I did
Right.
picture of Biden. You know what I'm saying? Like Stacey Abrams. When I get out there and do stuff like that, there's a lot of excitement, because it's like we gonna get out there and we're gonna make some history, and there's like 20,000
Right.
people just like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? So like the excitement's real fun.
Right.
And then you
Right.
get to the red carpet and it's just moving quick like this. So quick, and then I get out there and I, go photograph the concerts, and it's a free concert. You just out there just vibing, and you only get to do the first 3 songs per artist. So you got to get out there and you
Oh,
got to you got to adjust your camera like this, you know what I'm saying? And then you got to
yeah.
get out there, pop, 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 and just take the best pictures and stuff like that. So it's
Right.
a whole bunch of emotion, but it depends on like what you shooting on.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I don't like to
Absolutely.
say shooting. I like to say photograph because I was on Instagram and I say that, I shot somebody and my flag got post for inciting violence. So after that,
Right.
I start putting photographing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. What
Yeah.
um what qualities what qualities would you say from your perspective make clients continue to back and trust your visions on
Who
shoots?
who could trust my vision? Just people?
Yeah, just clients that you've worked with.
I'm funny, I'm easygoing, if they can't like figure out what to do, if they're like a newbie, stuff like that, give them guidance and counseling, like how to stand, what to do, hold their hands right. You know what I'm saying? If you got the fan going, how to position their head. Like I look crazy when I did that. But just things like that, you know, and you got to show up on time. You know, if they call you on the phone, you know, be personable, nice, reliable. I mean, it's just common sense. You just got to get out there and just be a good person, you know, because at the end of the day, if your client's happy with the pictures, you did your job, you know?
Right, right. How would you describe your photography style though in 3 words, if you could?
Oh, man. Boy, you got me stumped right there. You say 3 words, different,
Hmm.
I say different angles
Hmm.
and funky.
I like that.
Cause you
I
know,
like
like when people get out there and they shoot, you know, pictures like you know, Kamala, whatever. I don't like to
that.
get that straight head on shot. I like to get to the side, even the red carpet. I kind of like to get the side profiles. You know what I'm saying? And my
Right,
picture's kind of funky because I always got something going on in the background. You know, I like to get a picture like, you know, Rick Ross. You know what I'm saying? Like I got a
right.
picture of him holding a bottle of Bel Air in the background, say Rose. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like
Yeah,
that's why I say kind of funky. I don't know if that's a good word to put it, but I mean, you know, I'll be trying to look
great
for the
word.
different angles and stuff like that.
Right, right.
Yeah.
How would you say with you developing and building your brand, how would you say social media has changed the photography game and the visual storytelling?
It's changed a lot because, you know, I think I had like 15,000 followers from being on the radio. And then I
Mhm.
posted, you know, the Michael Blackson did a drop, you know, where he's talking about, you know, that mother sucker just in case, you know, follow him. And I woke up
Yeah,
the next day and had like 4,000 more followers. And then every time I post on Instagram, people were sharing my stuff and putting on the stories and you know, getting out even more. And then I was doing the magazine interviews and TV interviews and, you know, stuff like that, you know, and my pictures getting out there and people just paying attention. So it's real beneficial. Like for you with the radio show, for me, a photographer, news reporters, you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. Like we all can showcase our talent out there. Everybody's got a different talent. That's why I don't understand why some of these people be hating. Like, you know, we all in the same door, we all doing the same thing. Like, what you
and it's enough
jealous
space
for?
for it's enough space for us all, man.
That's what I
It's
say.
enough
You
space
on a
for us
red
all.
carpet standing right next to me on a red carpet. What you jealous for?
Right.
You standing right here with me.
We both eating. We both working.
And then we
It-
at the same event. Like I don't you know what I mean? That's just the weird thing about entertainment. Like
yeah,
it make no sense.
it definitely could get weird. What advice would you
Yeah.
give someone looking to pivot careers and maybe follow their passion? You know, because I mean, you've been through multiple careers
Hmm.
and done great in them all. You know, and
Yeah.
still going.
And still win, you know what I'm saying? Don't matter what's going on in front of me, behind the scenes, you know, behind my back, I'm still gonna win.
Right,
But
right.
I would say if you want to do it, you just got to get out there and put your heart into it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like you can't get out there and you know like half acid type of thing. You got to get out there and you just got to put your all into it. And like I said earlier with the clients, you got to show up and just do your job. You show up and do your job. You know what I'm saying? You could just work your way through the door. Like, you know, it's not about you know what I'm saying. Like, what can you do for me? Is what can I do for you? You know what I'm saying? That's the kind of
right,
attitude you want to have. Because everybody
right,
out there using each other. Hey, I want to do this with you and blah 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 blah. But instead, you know, you could come to them and say, "Hey, I got an idea for both of us to make money together." Now you
right.
talking. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah,
So you just
absolutely.
got to
I
follow your
totally agree.
passion.
I
Yeah.
totally agree with you with that. And it's just like, you know, the thing that gets me is, you know, we all are maintaining and trying to run a business. And
Hmm.
you know, the thing that get me, you know, when you're dealing with certain people, especially in the entertainment business, man, it's like they don't want to pay for anything, man. It's like it's the weirdest thing. They
But you
need
know what
you.
it is though? They got 1,000 other photographers who willing to do it for free.
Mm,
But the thing is, if you could get in with one artist, You know, like look at Kodak Lens. You know what I'm saying? Over there at
Yeah,
Rock Nation, been a
yeah.
photographer for years. Like you get in a solid spot like that, like you Gucci. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm,
But
hmm.
that's the hard part. Everybody's already got the photographers, and I got a couple people I work with. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to disclose them out loud. You know what I mean? Because that's
Right.
between us. But you know, I got a lot of consistent work coming out of them, and you know, they loyal. But once you can get on with somebody full time and travel with them and do this and do that, like it's a whole different ball game. And that's anybody with you. You could do the same thing with artists and you know, follow them around and do your show with them on the road. The same thing, you know?
Same thing. Yep. Yep. What motivates you though to keep growing, after already achieving, success in multiple industries?
Man, you know what it is? I just look back at all the hardship I went through when I was, you know, strung out on cocaine and Adderall.
Right.
So I use that to fuel me because I'm like, you know, oh man, I'm tired of this. You know, I want to pull out and find a different thing. But then I look back and I'm just like, nah, I went through too much and hit rock bottom. Like I got to keep going, you know? So it's like I
Right.
always look back like where I come from.
Man, it's crazy you say that because I do the same thing. You know how sometimes, man,
Hmm.
you find yourself drifting off of the road, but I've developed this thing now to where I do because people be like, man, don't look back, don't look. Sometimes you have to though, man, to reflect on
You got to
how you
though.
gonna know where you come from or what
Yeah,
you've
but
been
you also
through.
got to remember why did I start this to begin with?
Right,
Like you want to give up with your radio show. I'm not saying you do. I'm just saying in general, you to the point where you're like, man, I had enough of this. You know,
right,
I'm ready to throw all this equipment away. But then sometime you got to sit down and you got to be like, why did I start this to begin with? You know, and get them
right.
thoughts of like where you was when he put the idea together, you know, and reel you back in. Like I do that. I gotta not a lot, but once in a while, you know, I gotta just pull myself back in.
Hmm,
So I like how
hmm.
you said that, you know, like you said, sometimes you gotta look back. Sometimes you got to.
You have to, man, because like every time I find myself drifting off the road too much and not being thankful for where I'm at right now, I look
Mm-hmm.
back and I remember and I reflect on all of the things that I've been through and where God's brought me and where I'm at right now. You start
Mm-hmm.
looking at the lessons that you do have.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We're not gonna always have everything that we want, but like at the same time, do we have everything that we need right now though? You know what I mean? A
Mm-hmm.
roof over our head, the essentials. Because somebody's always doing worse, and just hearing your story of what you've been through and looking at the things that you're doing right now is just pure
Mm-hmm.
inspiration to a lot of people.
Thank you.
I love that, man. What legacy do you hope to leave behind in entertainment and in the photography world?
That he fought through anything and still won. You
I
know,
love it.
I want people to be like, yo, he went through a lot of stuff. He still figured out, he still made it happen. You know, I don't be
Right,
out there bad talking nobody. I don't be trying to hate on people. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm out there just
right,
doing what I want to do. And that's what I want to leave behind is a legacy of I was a good man right there. You know,
right.
he
I
fought
love
through
that.
and he won.
I love that, Justin. That and that's the testimony. That's
Hmm.
the testimony that when you give that to somebody because you're speaking from an experienced place, somebody who been through this. And I
Hmm.
find that be the strongest testimonies, man, when somebody speaking from a place of experience as opposed to somebody just trying to tell you something.
I be laughing too, because these people be getting on the Instagram preaching, hey, don't do this and don't do that. But they be the ones out there doing all that.
Absolutely, man. It's all a facade, man. It's all one big mirage. You know what I mean? Me and you talk about this stuff all the time in the DMs, man. It's just it's funny,
Yeah.
man. I feel like I feel like social media is a gift and a curse.
Me too. Me too.
It's changing people into different people, man, to the point to some people get so far away from humanity to the point to where we just don't like each other anymore. You know what I mean? Just don't
Yeah.
like
Or
humans
like them
anymore.
kids. Them kids who look at other kids that live in this big lavish lifestyle because their parents got mad money, and then they
Right.
sit there and just walk around all day. I'm poor. I can't do none. And the next thing you know, they out there on the side of the road, you know, up there climbing up the little the billboard signs, you know, or like the the signs in the overpass.
Yeah, yeah,
I can't think of the exit signs and stuff like that, you know, because
yeah,
they so depressed and like
yeah,
it's bad for your mental health. They be getting bullied on there, and you know what I'm saying? Like you
yeah.
say, it's good and it's a curse.
Yeah, it is, man. I got a couple rapid fire questions I want to hit you with as we getting ready to close out. And these quick response answers, radio or photography.
Photography.
All right. Dream magazine cover.
Oh man, back in the day, I say the Source magazine.
Okay, okay. Yeah, the source was popping, man.
I got interviewed by
Uh,
the Source, but I wasn't on the cover.
hey, you was in there though. Yeah,
Yeah, that's what I'm
that's all
saying.
that matter.
I read that
Best,
my whole life growing up. I was happy to get invited to be interviewed by
hell
them.
yeah. Best advice you ever received.
Stay humble.
Stay humble. Biggest risk you ever taken.
Oh man, move across the country for a radio job I never got,
Uh, really?
and I'm gonna say that's like a risk and a win. I mean, just yeah, they had it
Wow.
all worked out. We had the money worked out. I went out there and I found somebody else. And I was
Are you
mad,
serious? I know you was, man. I know you was. And
and
you
that
didn't
was
get
gonna be a chance because that was gonna be like the highest paying job I had. You know.
right.
I
Wow.
got so mad. I wanted to go to the radio station, chain myself, you know what I'm saying? Like breaking the station, chain myself to the desk and not leave, demand a job. Like I was
Yeah.
mad as hell.
Hell yeah, man. I mean, that's really playing with somebody's mental, man. Like, I mean, that's
Yeah.
crazy. Wow.
You know
Okay.
Petey Green? That movie
Yeah.
Talk to Me?
Yeah.
Man, I wanted to pull a Petey Green on him so bad. I didn't though,
Oh, man, listen. Do you have anybody? Let's do some shout outs, man. Anybody that you want to give a shout out to, your team, anybody you want to shout out, let's take time to show some love and give them their flowers.
Man, I just want to shout out to everybody who hold me down. You know what I'm saying? From the beginning to where I'm at right now. It's too many people to say. You know what I'm saying? But
Right,
shout out to Rapstar Energy Drink. I appreciate you. For fueling me every day with your wonderful drink. The orange cream, my favorite. But there's a whole lot of people that's behind me every day pushing me. You know what I'm saying?
right.
So I want to shout out to them. I don't want to say this person, that person, this person, that person, because the people is like, why you leave me out? You know what
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
saying? So just
exactly,
you
exactly.
know who you are. You know what I'm saying? You know exactly who you are, and I appreciate and love you. Thank you.
Right. In closing, you successfully reinvented yourself so many times, man. From ball boy to radio personality, entrepreneur, and now an acclaimed photographer. What message would you give to people who are afraid, man, to bet on themselves and pursue a new chapter in their life?
It's not easy owning your own business because one day you make $2,000, 5 days straight you don't make nothing. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? You work a 40-hour job a week. You guaranteed 1,800 a week. You get insurance, you get this, you get that. But being an entrepreneur is hard. So like, if you want to do it, you just got to be prepared. Like it's gonna be a lot of ups and downs.
Right.
And don't let it disappoint you. Like you got to just put your foot down, like Zayto would say. Put the gas to the pedal and stuff like that, and just all gas, no brakes.
Right. Man, Justin, I just want to again, I want to thank you so much, man. You're my brother. Man, you're a
Brother,
really,
man,
really,
you know
really
what I'm
good guy,
saying?
man. I definitely appreciate you, and you already know, when you do the Vibe Show, you Vibe family already. We support each other, and I definitely appreciate all the support and love that you give us, man. We really, really appreciate you, and we definitely wishing you more blessings and more success with everything that you have going on and everything that you're gonna be doing in the future, as well. Can we put those social media platforms in any ways that people can get in contact with you if they need work or want to book you? Can we put that information out
Mm-hmm.
there?
Yeah, it's Justin Justin Kase Kase photo. So just in case with a K photo, IG, TikTok, Facebook, and just whatever you can find me on. But you want to get a hold of me, do it through Instagram, Justin Kase photo.
Absolutely.
And I
Man,
appreciate you
listen,
letting me come on the show too, because I be vibing with you guys all the time too. So
all the time. We family, man.
every time I make a post, I want to shout out to y'all. Every time I make a post, drop a story, the first one to make a comment is the Vibe Show. So thank you, I
Absolutely.
appreciate it.
Absolutely, man.
And thank you
Listen,
for your time for letting me come on here and tell my story. I appreciate that.
absolutely, man. This is just part one, man. Justin will be coming back. We'll see you on here again.
Yeah.
Major love. Shout out to everybody, man, who pulled up. Shout out to our radio listeners out there, man, who commuting home or going to work,
Yeah.
man. Y'all make sure
Yeah,
y'all be
shout
safe.
out to y'all for real. Y'all the real ones.
Absolutely. We really appreciate y'all. And shout out to everybody who chimed in on the live, man. We thank y'all so much. We are signing out. It's the one and only Justin Kase. It's the Vibe
Yeah.
Show. We love
Yes,
y'all,
sir.
man. Y'all be safe. More love, less hate. Definitely make the world a better place, man.
Facts.
We out of here. Peace. Thanks for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed the episode. If you did enjoy this episode, hit that like, share, and subscribe button and turn on that bell notification so you'll be notified every time another exclusive Vibe Show Live episode goes up. Thank you for all the love and support. Peace.